Games that make me feel paranoid and fearful are my favorite types of games. I love being scared, feeling paranoid, and being entranced in environments that give off a really hostile and eerie vibe. I love being immersed in these games, and immersion, as well as everything else I mentioned, are aspects that are tied directly to atmosphere. Atmosphere is crucial in creating a well-made gaming experience, and when utilized correctly alongside effective sound design and visual spectacle, can create some unforgettable moments. So in this video, I'd like to show you guys some amazing examples of atmospheric horror and tell you why it works and why it's so crucial in creating an amazing game experience. Let's go. Nothing compares in a game to the feeling of being paranoid. Paranoid that the world you're in is alive and holding secrets or unseen horrors. Paranoia is a feeling that is hard to make a player feel because as a developer, you can't just say, "Oh, these killers are here to kill you, you should be scared." It's not that simple. To make the player feel a sense of paranoia, you must make the player feel uncomfortable. A good example of this is Portal, more specifically Chamber 16. Throughout the game, you're smothered in this feeling of isolation and oppression. You never get to witness any human life, and this is conveyed through the empty chambers you go through, as well as GLaDOS. And the only essence of human life you get to experience before Chamber 16 are empty windows and cameras scattered throughout the chambers, hinting that at some point there was human life, and their purpose was to watch you. Combine that mysteriousness along with the distrust you naturally feel between you and GLaDOS, and you get a paranoid atmosphere that makes a player off-put. Now, Chamber 16, once you arrive in Chamber 16, the modern suffocating style you've been seeing for the past hour is flipped on its head. You enter a little crack through the wall and find bloody messages telling you that something isn't right here. The player by this point was already feeling suspicious and creeped out at the start due to the off-putting atmosphere and the feeling of being alone. But at this moment, you realize that those feelings you felt at the beginning are meant to be taken seriously. This causes the player to be even more paranoid, and the game wouldn't have nearly as much impact as it did without that atmosphere and that defiance of expectations. Now, what I just mentioned altogether is one example of creating a horrific atmosphere. What are some other ways? Well, I got you. Now, I already discussed the shit about PT in my last video, which you should go check out, but PT might have the scariest atmosphere out of any horror game I've ever played. If you don't know anything about PT, here's a little rundown. You awaken in a room in which all you see is a door. The room you're in is completely empty. It's dimly lit, and upon entering this door, you unknowingly enter a loop of 2 corridors in what looks to be a very old, disgusting house. There's no music, and the only thing you hear besides the rain hitting the window is the swing of a lamp, and it's very off-putting.
Was pregnant at the time. Police arriving on scene after neighbors called 911 found the father in his car listening to the radio.
You hear a creepy radio mentioning fathers killing their families, and already it conveys such a deep and fearful atmosphere. Also, as I was looking through the comments of my PT video, one stood out to me. And in that comment, a person mentioned the scariest aspect of PT is the setting. It's such a mundane location, like it looks like it could be any normal looking house, and that just ties into atmosphere. But it's that terrifying radio along with the looping hallways and Lisa, who is so damn terrifying. I'm shitting my pants while I say this, but I think you get the point. PT is scary, and that's mostly because of atmosphere. Another great example for me is Alan Wake 2, a game that is so criminally underrated that it makes me want to gouge out my eyes. That doesn't make any sense. Alan Wake 2, it's just amazing. I don't know what to say. Playing in Alan Wake's portion of New York as it's abandoned and desolate while also getting hunted down by the shadow people, dude, it's another level. Alan Wake 2, honestly, I just wanted to talk about Alan Wake 2. Leave a like if it wasn't worth it. Gmod, while not being a horror game, it could just very well be one. Loading into GM Construct by yourself and just wandering around creates such a creepy liminal atmosphere that if it was turned into a horror game, oh my lord, it would probably be horrifying. Honestly, every single Source game from the prime Valve era could be put in this video. Loading up every Source level from their games by yourself all has that same creepy, desolate vibe that makes you feel paranoid and that someone is watching you around the corner. Okay, did you get all that? I'm gonna move on now. So what should you take from this video after hearing some dumb kid rant about atmospheres? Well, you should take that atmosphere is super important in creating a video game, especially when utilized for horror. If PT had the same exact story and characters, but the atmosphere was some bright, nice modern house, the game wouldn't be as impactful. And it's nice because the atmosphere is very cared for in modern day video games like Elden Ring, Alan Wake 2, and Cyberpunk 2077 after, all the updates. But in short, atmosphere can make or break a gaming experience, and when utilized correctly for horror, can create some absolutely terrifying experiences. I'm Noah the Shine, and I thank you for watching the video. Godspeed, brother. Hey guys, sorry for taking so long. No color in real life. I got some new lights, so hopefully my setup looks a lot cooler. I'm really sorry for taking so long with making this video. It's not because I'm lazy, I promise you. I've been dealing a lot with school. You know, I got my finals coming up, my final exams. I've been having writer's block, and I've also been really picky with what I wanted to upload. And I just wanted to come out here for the outro and just say like how much I appreciate y'all for everything. Like, it really astounds me seeing all the comments and support. Like, but yeah, that's it for this video. I'm sorry if I came off really energetic. I think I took a monster before making that video, so I was talking really fast. Thank you for watching. Comment down below if I should do face cam or not. And yeah, that's it for me. Please subscribe if you can. And I love all of y'all. Stay blessed. This is so stupid.